If you thought the government shutdown was just another Washington story, think again. Because for the first time after 34 consecutive days, bipartisan leaders in the upper house are using the word hope and for everyday Americans. That might be your first glimmer of light in a long tunnel. On November 4, 2025, Reuters reported that Senate leaders from both parties are discussing an off-ramp to end the prolonged federal shutdown. Senate Majority Leader John Thune said, "I'm optimistic, but don't push it yet." Democrats continue to warn that healthcare subsidies and food aid remain major sticking points. The shutdown began October 1, 2025, and has since disrupted hundreds of thousands of federal workers, critical services, and government data releases. For an average American, you might not follow budget bills, but you follow paychecks, airport delays, food assistance. Travel industry groups are already warning of Thanksgiving chaos due to controller shortages. Listen up, when the government stops working, a world doesn't pause. The workers stop spending, services stop running, confidence stumbles, and this shutdown, it just might hit deeper than the headlines. But now we see a glimmer of good, yet this moment isn't the end, it's the turn. Real change comes when the deal is done, the spending resumes, benefits flow. Then and so if I were you, I'd ask, are you ready? Are you holding back, or still spending? Because whether this ends or drags on, the signal is clear. The watchdog is barking Miakachne. Then in summary, yes, we see hope, but don't buy it as over. If you're an American citizen or interested in U.S. affairs, pay attention, hope today, but consequences tomorrow. Drop your thought if you're an employee, traveler, or consumer. How does this shutdown affect your life, Makachne? Next, if you live in the U.S. or are interested in U.S. economics and policy, you definitely cannot miss this. On November 4, 2025, Reuters reported Bessent told Fox News, "I'm going to sit, hopefully, in the front row. This is a matter of national security." The case questions whether Trump exceeded his authority by using the EPA to impose global tariffs. Earlier rulings found he may have, so everything now depends on the Supreme Court. When asked if his presence could be seen as pressuring the court, Bessent responded bluntly, "They can say what they want. I am here to emphasize that this is an economic emergency." Let's break it down. When the Treasury Secretary walks into court for a case about tariffs, that's more than legal drama. It's a power play with major knock-on effects. The balance between presidential power and the justice system. The economics. If the tariff regime falls, billions may need refunding. Foreign policy. These aren't normal tariffs, they're about U.S. leverage abroad. Hey folks, when you hear front row and Treasury and Supreme Court in the same sentence, you're not reading about a trade fight, you are watching power get tested. You might not import goods, but when tariffs shift, your phone, your car, your coffee could cost more. Bottom line, this case may seem far away, but it's close to your life. Their outcome could shift how America trades, regulates, and finances itself. I want to hear from you. Do you think the decision will help American consumers or hurt them? Drop a comment below. I'll pick one standout to dig into next time. And today's final news, the U.S. economy once thought unshakable is showing cracks, especially among lower and middle-income Americans who are being squeezed hard by rising costs and fading support. Then on November 3, 2025, Reuters reported that many U.S. families, particularly those less well-off, are facing harsh pressures, soaring healthcare costs, potential loss of food benefits SNAP due to the ongoing government shutdown, and a shaky job market outlook. While unemployment remains low, the durability of U.S. consumers is being tested. November usually kicks off the biggest consumer season of the year: Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Christmas. But this year's backdrop is far less festive. Picture this: you're an everyday consumer. In the US, maybe you still have a job, but your budget is squeezed. Health bills up, food stamps uncertain, and you're watching people around you spend less. That signals contraction, the chain reaction. Consumers cut spending gives retailers suffer, gives layoffs, or hiring freezes gives confidence falls, gives economy slows. And the timing couldn't be worse heading into the biggest spending season. If the engine of American consumption stalls now, the ripple effects could hit major corporations and eventually your paycheck. Here's the deal: when people stop buying, the machine stops. The rich still spend, sure, but when the bottom half of the economy pulls back, you've got a K-shaped economy, a sharp divide. And you living in the US or watching from abroad, your bank account might not show it yet, but your risk does. When workers are squeezed, businesses feel it. When businesses feel it, jobs feel it. And when jobs feel it, taxes, benefits, everything shrinks. Don't need buzzwords, just look at your recent bank statement and ask, am I spending less, saving less, scared more? Because if you all this isn't just personal trouble, it's a warning for the entire economy. Bottom line, yes, the US economy is massive and resilient, but it's not immune. When the edges start fraying, everyone feels it. Got something to say? Drop your comment below. I'll feature a standout opinion in tomorrow's video. Hit like if you found this useful. Subscribe and ring that bell. Thanks for watching. See you next time.